Alright, man, I'm off on the honeymoon. Now, remember, all you have to do is don't burn the store down. Don't let it burn down. Don't burn it down. That's it.
Yeah, I got it. Stop preaching, Grandpa.
Alrighty, onward into the night.
Stupid Jake doesn't trust me. What's the worst that could happen? I burnt the store down!
Alright, I'm back. Hank, wake up.
It's the store! It's back! It was all just a dream! Oh, thank God!
It's nice to see that you didn't burn the store down. Good job. Alright, the biggest book of the week is, as per usual, Civil War II #6. It keeps getting crazier and crazier, and we're essentially getting a smackdown right now between Steve Rogers and Miles Morales. Don't want to miss this. The art's great, the action's cool, and it's Bendis.
Just in time for Halloween, it's SPOOKHOUSE, Scary Stories for Kids by Eric Powell. It's all your Eric Powell goodness for kids, kind of, as long as you don't mind them having nightmares.
We got a double dose of Doctor Strange this week. First up, we got the first issue of his new side series, Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer Supreme. And we also have Doctor Strange Mystic Apprentice, which is a quick retelling of his origin, followed up by the legit original reprints of his origins.
DC digs deep into their back catalog by bringing back Vigilante. It's a 6-issue mini. If you know who Vigilante is, you want to read this, and if not, you can read this and find out. It's some street level crime stuff.
Alright, we got Deadpool 21. This is a new a new story is starting here. It's also one of the $10 issues, so there's several stories in here. There's one story where he's back in time and he's messing with Shakespeare and he's wearing, Shakespearean clothes, and it's outrageous. It's Deadpool.
Look out, Betty White. Wonder Woman is now the hottest 75-year-old alive. It's the Wonder Woman 75th anniversary special with stories by lots of people.
Alright, in Spider-Man Clone Conspiracy news, we got Prowler #1. His name is Robbie. I forget what his last name is. If you've seen the animated series from the 90s, you definitely know who Prowler is. He's really cool. Is he a clone? I don't know. It's a conspiracy. If you are reading the Spider-Man stuff, this is the only Clone Conspiracy direct tie-in that has its own series that is not mandatory. You probably want to check it out, but unlike Clone Conspiracy and Amazing Spider-Man, that basically have to be read together, this is not mandatory.
Batman Beyond is back in Batman Beyond DC Universe Rebirth #1. It's back to your old pal Terry McGinnis, and there's lots of futuristic Jokers, so check that out.
To be clear, this is the #1, not the Rebirth. That was last month. Alright, we got the Skeptics from Black Mask. This is basically a book about how the Russians have nuclear weapons, and they also have 2 teenagers that have managed to trick the world into believing they have superpowers. So Merca has to sack up and find their own psychic-powered human beings to fight the Russians.
Take my life, take my land, take me where I cannot stand, something, something, you can take the sky from me. Serenity's back in comic form this week. With Serenity, Firefly class, no power in the verse. I was getting there.
It's worth noting that if this was on your pull list has been, you got it. I was shorted a little bit, so I only have 2 copies for the shelf. Now, I will have 20 more in about 2 weeks, so if you want one of those and you didn't have it on your list already, let us know. We'll pull one for you then, but again, if it was on your list, you are totally good. Hank's boy, Justin Jordan, is here to bring us Call of Duty Zombies, based on everyone's favorite mode and everyone's favorite game. And it might not be everyone's favorite game, but the statistics seem to suggest that it actually is, in fact, everyone's favorite game.
Bait is probably the most adult coloring book ever. Not adult, like, pornographic, but adult, like, mature, and for grown-ups. It's by Chuck Palahniuk, who brings us Choke and Fight Club and other good things, and it's a combination of off-color stories that you color.
There are stories in here that have not been published before, so if you're a diehard, you gotta check it out. All right, we got Captain America White. This is Jeff Loeb. This is Tim Sale. They brought us Spider-Man Blue, and Daredevil Yellow, and Hulk Gray, and this is not quite as impactful as those, honestly. I don't want you to buy this thinking this is like the definitive Captain America story. That being said,
I liked it.
yeah, it's just not the definitive Captain America story. Everyone was talking trash on this book, and the reality is, it's Cap, it's in World War II, and it's great. I love this book. It's very, like, it's Tim Sale. You know, you get your super massive Captain America hanging out with your, like, super tiny Bucky Barnes. This book is cool, just don't expect it to blow your mind whole, because it isn't that book.
One of my favorite guilty pleasures is the Star Wars Original Marvel Collection, and it's back this week in a epic collection of the original Marvel years. This is issues, I think, 1 through 23, 26, something like that. It is probably the cheapest way you could ever read this original 70s goodness. Nerd Haiku Review this week. I got a special Halloween-ish themed review, and then a theme month coming next week, so check me out at Nerd Haiku Review.
Oh, interruption! In toy news, we've got these Daryl Dixon figures that are cool. He's all bloody. He holds a crossbow. Ladies, I know you love him. We've also got the first of the Dark Knight Returns line. Am I too close? Too far away? We're perfect. Cool. The first of the Dark Knight Returns line from Pop. You can only get these in legit comic book stores, and this is Armored Batman. But like old Armored Batman. See? He's like gritting his teeth like he's old. Yeah. I'm on Twitter. I tweet about wrestling and football. I'm at Bogdanoff Jake. Logo here. You can follow me or not. Whatevs.
You don't think your new wife will behead you if she finds out you have that on tape?
She probably won't care.
Okay, I'll just call her right now and tell her.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Do it.
Thanks, Snitch.
We have an open marriage.
No, you don't. You have the exact opposite of an open marriage.
It's open as far as truth.
I doubt that's
Like, we're
true.
very open with each other.
She doesn't know what you're up to. No one does.